provide batting practice for a 3-year-old, but just now that his son is old enough to play a little bit of highlights for him. So really neat to read, and I actually got a chance to watch those two playing along in the cage, and that was really fun to watch. And I'm sure you've had similar experiences when you were a player with your kids.
I did, but never with a big league team. I think it's fantastic that the Rangers allow the players' kids to do that. It's every team, and it certainly has to be all teams, but I think it's great. Players on the outfield sharing the dangers, but the players know how to take care of their kids. They come to spring training with his father and be able to take batting practice next to the big leaguers, sometimes out in camp.
First two pitches to Brinson were breaking balls that were in there for a strike, and the 0-2 pitch cut on and found that. His Weiss came back with a fastball. 1 out. It's the speedy outfielder. We're talking about the young talent. These lists come out as prospects in this organization and in this division and in this league. And with the Rangers at the top, it's some combination of Brinson, Mazzara, and Gallo. I think what's unique for the Rangers, I don't think you see this with a lot of teams. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. They have 3 guys that are so highly regarded, Brinson, Mazzara, and Gallo. And if you ask 10 scouts, I think you get 5 different answers as the proper order in ranking those 3 talents.
Yeah, it's hard to rank them because they're such different kind of players.
2-2 combat.
Each have different things that they bring to the table. Gallo has the prodigious power. Brinson has the ability to run and play center field. Mazzara looks like maybe up to 3. He's the best hitter. Uses the whole field, drives the ball. So they each, in their own way, are unique players. And I think it is hard to rank them based on their varying degrees of skill in different areas.
2-2's lofted to right. Durant there, and he settles underneath the mix of play. So Brinson flies out for the second out here in the top of the 8th. That brings up Ryan Cordell, who you mentioned earlier, a guy with exciting tools, with a high ceiling, and he doesn't get talked about a lot because of guys like Brinson and Mazzara and Gallo. And then you go down the list, Dylan Tate and Luis Ortiz, 2 pitchers who have bright futures in the organization. First pitch to Cordell is a fastball that paints the outside corner from Weiss. And the count to 1. 7 runs on 12 hits, 1 error for Texas. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Reds. I think what's been impressive about the Rangers this month, not only are they getting it done in the plate, but they're also getting it done on the hill. They did a really good job of stymieing opposing back. The 0-1 Cordell is in pass. Stubbs on deck. He of the 2-run home run earlier. 1-1 is a strike over the outside corner taken by Cordell. And with the outfield playing it straight away, and the infield back counts 1 and 2. Weiss, nose pointing up the third baseline, looks in, takes a deep breath, steps and winds. 1-2 pitch looped in the short left center, coming on is Irvin. He's not going to be able to make a play, and it gets by and it rolls to the wall. Cordell up to second, he stops there as the center fielder Smith plays it off a ricochet and fires it back to the infield. It's a 2-out double for Ryan Cordell. And a poor route there by Phillip Irvin. That ball might have carried a little bit more than what it appeared off the bat, but Irvin, instead of trying to cut it off when he realized that he had no play, took too sharp of an angle. And it allows Cordell to get an extra base.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jared. I think that ball was a little bit better than it looked like coming off the bat. Definitely went a little bit farther than it looked like it was going to go.
Ready with another 0-2.
Here's Stubbs.
0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1 and 2 now.
Right-handed batter waits. Nice stuff set. Fastball is popped up short left center. Coming on is Smith. In front of the left fielder Irvin. He cuts and makes the catch. And that ends the inning. We're through 7.5 in Goodyear. It's the Rangers 7, the Reds nothing on TexasRangers.com.
Geico is available 24/7.
Back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Now the pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. Oswaldo Arcia away, and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Called strike 0-2. Way outside. 1-2. He's set now the pitch.
Got him.
Couldn't connect on the slurve that time, and that'll end it. Twins wind up stranding 1. And now the Rangers will get their shot in a scoreless ball game.
Motherfucker goes out there and fucking says, okay, I have to
Will stand in. Comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
Ready now on 1-1. And this is going to be a foul ball.
New pitcher for the Rangers, lefty Sam Freeman.
The Rangers started the scoring in the second with 1 run off the Red starter, Tim Melville. They added another in the 3rd inning on a Mitch Moreland homer. Got another in the 5th.
Because Mitch Moreland's a fucking beast.
Desmond, and then in the 6th, they played 2 runs on some hits.
No, not where it's supposed to go. Man, give me a strikeout.
As well. And then in the 7th, a 2-run homer from Drew Stubbs. They've gone to all 7 Rangers runs. No runs on 4 hits, 1 error for the Reds. As lefty Freeman gets set to work with Blake Trahan. Swings and slices the first pitch foul. On the mound for the Rangers, Chichi Gonzalez started. And he looked okay. No runs in 3 innings, but he allowed 5 base runners, 3 hits and 2 walks. He benefited from 2 double play balls, which is tough to say is luck for Chichi, but you certainly don't want him averaging close to 2 base runners per inning. Double plays is bread and butter, however, the ground ball at least. As the 0-1 pitch to Trahan is lined to center.
Nasty. 4 strikeouts.
Cesar Ramos looked outstanding after that tag. 3 scoreless innings, he allowed just 1 base runner, 2 strikeouts. And I think that D. Buckley's curve to Gallo that struck him, or excuse me, the Votto that struck him out was incredibly impressive.
Yeah, I thought he pitched very well too. The base hit was a line drive. Other than that, no one hit the ball hard. Weakly hit ground balls, a couple of strikeouts to go along with it. It's tough from up here to describe the pitches without a monitor.
Shit.
It looked like he threw some good curveballs. And anytime you watch all the hitters hit the ball off the bad part of the bat, he must be keeping them off balance and making a lot of good pitches as far as location goes.
And the first pitch of Pacheco sky to left center, but Brinson ranging back just shy of the track was able to camp underneath it and make the grab, looking up into the beautiful blue sky. Brinson ran in front of a backdrop that includes tall palm trees. They're just hanging out with little to no wind here.
Early on, so it's a great idea to go ahead and bounce one there on 0-2.
Pitch in the dirt is swung on and missed, so
And the first pitch to Bryson Smith missing impact for the ball. Freeman so far in spring training worked now 3 times, including today. 2 innings, allowing just 1 run on 2 hits, 2 strikeouts and a walk. It's entering today. He's 1 out away from going 3 innings, allowing just 1 run. The 1-0 pitch to Smith is cut on in this. It was a fastball from Sam. The lefty, 7 belts, kicks and comes home. And the 1-1 is low. The 2-1. Down and in. Almost hit the right-handed hitting Smith. He was able to skip over it and count 3-1. 7-0 the score alongside Tom Green, Jared Sandler with you. Bottom of the 8th inning from Goodyear Ballpark.
And that is off the
Home
first
of
base
the
bag.
Reds and the Indians.
What the fuck?
Ohio ball clubs here sharing the spot. The 3-1.
Will be the batter.
Outside and low, ball 4. Nowhere near the zone, so Bryson Smith draws a 2-out walk, and that extends the inning.
Good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure
Seth
thing.
Mejias Green is the new batter.
Third inning, no
First baseman who played collegially at the University of Arizona. Just
ball hit hard.
No way, dude.
Down the line in right
won a
field.
national championship with the Wildcats.
And that runner will go no further
Open
than second.
stance.
There are 2 aboard now.
Now rocking up and down from the right side, and the first pitch from Freeman is taken low. Then a change of pace there from Sam.
Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. Strike 1. First and second, now 1 man out. Fox now the pitch. 0-2 now is Maurer.
2 outs
With anything on that
and the 1-0.
Well, this is the kind of
Outside.
situation where they came up short.
Guzman Holt goes out from the mound. He puts the arm around Freeman. Quick chat with Stan. The Rangers tomorrow continue their action. They play host to the Chicago White Sox, who will be sending a split squad over to Surprise. That game is available on TV on Fox Sports Southwest.
2 out here in the third.
Follow along and watch
High there.
Buzz and Tad as they reunite for the first time in 2016.
Fastball count.
2-0 pitch. It's in there for a strike, taken all the way.
Maybe try and break this tie ball.
You excited to be back on the big screen?
Glad to be back. Glad to be back.
1-2 now.
Happy to do this webcast too. It's a little warm up for the game tomorrow.
Yeah?
Get your feet wet again.
2-1.
A lot of room, not too much about baseball.
You've got a lot about golf.
I did. And as it stands now, it's going to end up. I don't have any disappointments in my life. There are very few things I would change. But so far, the one disappointment I have is that I have not been able to get as good as I want to get in golf. That
Fucking guy, really?
picture has not been painted yet.
3-1 is low to Mejias Green, so Doug Brocail's going to go out to the mound and have a quick chat with Sam Freeman, who has now walked 2 after retiring the first 2. He's fighting for a spot on the roster, perhaps directly with Andrew Faulkner, but maybe also with Cesar Ramos, who we talked about is in contention to start, but also might find his way on this team as a hybrid reliever who can serve as a long man while also giving you an inning here and there too as needed.
Well, when you look at the ball club is picked to win this year. They got a team that's going to compete, that's going to be there in September, and I'm sure Jeff Bannister is looking at all the guys that he's got to choose from. He's going to pick the guys that give him the best chance to do that. And it's one thing to go with a guy with a great arm, but it's also a guy like Ramos, a guy who has the knack of getting hitters out. It may, and he's put himself right squarely in the picture with the way he's pitched today. There's no doubt about that. And, you know, there's something to be said for better guys.
Just don't want ugly.
Guys that have been there, guys that have done that. There's a lot of years where you just have to take whatever you get for your 12 men. There's a lot of guys to choose from now. A lot of competition. There's not a lot of jobs open. Position players and pitching, obviously. And there's a lot of competition, and almost every day that the guys go out there, it's on the line for them.
Both guys really thrown the ball.
It's interesting. Guys like Cole Hamels can go out and pitch poorly, and it doesn't matter because he's got a track record. You know what he can do, and no one worries about it. A guy like Derek Collin has the team made, yet he hasn't pitched the last couple of years, and when he pitches poorly, everybody's concerned about it. Younger guys like Nick Martinez and guys in his position, they have to pitch to get people out and get the job done. They don't have the luxury of getting ready for the season. They got to get the job done now. So various guys in different categories look at spring training entirely differently. Some are just trying to get ready for the season. Doesn't matter what spring training does. Some are in the middle. It matters, and they're being graded, but they still got the team made. And then there's others that are competing for jobs, and they're going out now. They're not thinking anything but getting hitters out and winning the spot on the team. A lot of competition. Probably more competition this year in the last few jobs with quality guys than we've seen in a long time.
3-2 pitch to Phillip Ervin. Misses for a ball, and Sam Freeman, after retiring the first two batters, has now walked the bases loaded. And stepping into the box is Jay Bruce, who is a regular for the Reds, still in the game because he's DHing, so why not? Let him get his at-bats.
If you're Jay Bruce right now, you're a veteran guy, saying, oh man, facing a guy going 95 miles an hour, just walk through you guys, he's not zooming in on the play.
And this is a big test for Sam, Tag, because he's a lefty who's actually better at getting righties out. But they need him to be a lefty who can really get lefties out. And this is a test with the bases loaded and a major league established lefty and Jay Bruce at the plate. Short pitch is up and in.
Yeah, he's got to get righties out, he's got to get lefties out too, no doubt.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning.
Shit, dude. Always.
A bit closer towards first base.
Man, I need to stop doing that slurve there.
Set position. Kicks in the 1-0. Off-speed pitch that is just a bit in tight. And it counts 2-0. There is action in the Rangers bullpen, though. From this distance, it's a little tough to decipher who it might be. I believe that one of the pitchers is Jose Valdespina. 2-0 misses and it counts 3-0. That one was wide. And then I believe the other pitcher is Steve Johnson, who was scheduled to throw the ninth inning.
Yeah, Valdespina was warming up like he was going to maybe either warm up and sit down or warm up to pitch tonight. And then Steve Johnson, he's gotten up and throwing quickly right now, like he may be the guy that comes in if the bases are loaded.
3-0 in there for a strike, so Freeman will work again to Bruce. 3-1. Swinging a high fly ball to center, but it's playable for Brinson. He retreats near the track, but just in front of it, camping underneath it. He makes the catch, and that ends the inning. A roller coaster, but Sam Freeman gets out alive, and so do the Rangers. 8 of the Bucks from Goodyear, 7-0 Texas on TexasRangers.com.
It's easy to forget why you chose Blue Cross Blue Shield, but once surgery is over and the bills are paid completely, you remember it very quickly.
You may not know Chad, but chances are you know a Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas member like him.
Earlier this year, I needed open heart surgery and aortic valve replacement. That, with being in the hospital for 4 days, a top-notch surgeon, the bill was huge, over $150,000. To face that without any health insurance coverage would be disastrous. And after being in the hospital, I found that the financial responsibility that I had was minimal. After heart surgery, the last thing I needed was to have stress looking at a bill. Blue Cross came through, and that in itself made me feel even better.
Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, and utility bills are family.
Efficient, dependable, and performance are 3 words that add up to value. No rhyme for American Standard Air. Check out the National Review magazine.
God damn it. That was my strikeout. Excuse me later.
Comfort the way you like it. AmericanStandardAir.com.
Rangers fans can stay cool with 36-month special financing up to an $1,100 instant rebate on qualifying American Standard systems now through May 31st. Visit mycomfortteam.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. American Standard, union air conditioning.
Today at Waterburger, we're cooking Monterey Melt.
It's one of our all-time favorites. Big, cheesy, meaty, all of which is good stuff.
It's very classic, but has a whole new flair to it.
You all American Italian, Parmesan cheese, American cheese.
Snow peppers and onions, what doesn't it go great on? I think the jalapeno ranch actually makes the burger.
To get that much kick from jalapeno ranch, that's impressive.
The sauce is like the cherry on top. I would recommend that here.
Monterey Melt is one of our all-time favorites. Only blood flavor.
Holy water.
Rangers leading the Reds 7-0. Cactus League action. The Rangers trying to move to
Alright, buddy.
5-1.
You got it.
With the win today, they can do just that.
Woo! Good call, Corbran.
The Reds entered today 4-3-1. They are perhaps 3 outs away from moving back to 500. It makes it a little bit tougher for them to win this. The claimed Cactus League title. Is there even a trophy or anything that's awarded to the...
I don't think so. I don't think so. But you know, I look at it this way. The most important thing in spring training is to get your guys ready to start the season. Have them all peaking right at the right time. You hope everybody's healthy. And it doesn't really matter in spring training, but I guarantee you there's never been a manager manage a big league game.
He's got a fucking no-hitter
I want
going.
that to happen, and I want to win every single game in spring training. So if you end up 10 games over 500 in spring training, your guys are ready to start the season. You're going to be thrilled with the way spring training went.
New pitcher for the Reds is Caleb Compton. The righty deals to Ronald Guzman, and the count's 1-1. Compton, a 6'3", Tennessee man.
Ooh.
Fire from the Yankees along with
That's Mr. Dozier.
prospects. It's the 1-1
He did not
pitch
do
to
that
Guzman. It's
ever
rocketed
again.
into left center. That ball's got some carry. It takes a hop and bounces over the fence. Will go as a ground rule double off the mid stick of Ronald Guzman.
Ronald Guzman
Nice.
is on the Rangers 40-man roster. He's looking pretty good. He's got a couple of base hits today.
Look at this strikeout. Guzman gets a fucking ground rule double. Excuse my language again.
Physical skills, big, strong kid, ability to swing the bat. You mentioned earlier, Jared, that guys don't necessarily develop and become the best they're ever going to be when they're 19, 20, 21, and 22. So let's give the kid a chance.
Guzman was fired the same day, July 2nd, the J2 signing period. And the Rangers also got no more Mazzara. Gallo rockets the first pitch to right field at base 9. It was hit too hard for Guzman to score, so he stops at third. The Rangers now with 15 hits for the second straight game. And the 7th time in 8 chances they've gotten double digits in the column. And they'll bring up Jared Hoying.
This is kind of what we were talking about. You look late in the ball game for guys
Fuck my
that
ass, man.
competing for jobs on the big league.
Get it?
And you look at the Ranger guys and you see Guzman, 6'6", whatever he is, hit a double in the gap, and then Joey Gallo come up and ripped that ball in the right field. So he's got a base hit and a couple of walks. Guzman's got a couple of base hits. Guys playing at the end of these spring training games are a big reason why the Rangers are 6-1. They're going to be 6-1. Playing great right now.
Here's Jared Hoying pinch hitting for Ryan Rua, whose day comes to an end going 2 for 3. 7-0 Texas, nobody out, 2 on, there at the corner. 1-0 pitch from Compton to Hoying. Swung on and wrote to right field, that's going to be a base hit.
Jesus.
To the wall. Extra bases, rounding third and heading home behind Guzman is Gallo, but now he puts on the brace late. Up to second with a double is Jared Hoying, who was one of the stars of spring training last year for Texas. And he wastes no time, 2 pitches in. Hoying with the extra base hit that one off the wall. And it's now 8-0 Texas.
Alonzo just ruined your no-hitter.
These aren't bloopers that are just falling in over the infielder sets. These are balls that hit hard. Gallo's hitting about as hard as he can hit a shot at the right field. Oh, he hit that ball hard as well.
Here's Irizarry, who is 0 for 1. Struck out on 3 pitches his first time up. He takes the first pitch from Compton Love.
There's been some times we've seen these kind of young players, but they might have been A-ball players, and you projected them 3 or 4 years down the road. Now with the guys, a lot of these guys you're seeing, these are AAA players. They'll be AAA players. They're just a break away from being in the big leagues. A good start, 150 bats, 200 bats, and an opportunity. Who knows what happens after that?
Andres Alfonso will get another crack.
1-0 to Irizarry, a breaking ball.
Shit, wasted.
Compton tucks his black glove into the left side of his pants.
Shit. Ah, man. As soon as I saw that drop, I was like, nope. Excuse my language.
Fastball low and away. So we mentioned Compton was acquired from
Alright, we'll go for a double here. No, wait. 2 outs. Still gotta get that strikeout. Or that can happen.
Breaking ball swung on and fouled back. He's a very confident at it. It was a hanger, but Irizarry
Belcher?
was
Are you...
in front of it. Was able to get some wood on it. Stay alive. Eight runs on 16 hits, 1 error for the Rangers.
Get things started here in the top of the 9th.
No runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Reds. Irizarry cuts a 1-2 and he fouls another one back. That's a fastball. No action actively in the Rangers bullpen, but Steve Johnson is standing on the mound. He was warming earlier and is scheduled to throw the 9th inning to Texas.
stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to
First pitch at 105 Mountain Time this afternoon. Meantime temperature is 73 degrees. 1-2. Swing and a miss as Irizarry chases a breaking ball in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher Hudson, who steps in front of the plate and fires the first to complete the strikeout. And as Irizarry goes down, that's the first down. Here in the top of the ninth inning with the Rangers up 8-0 and runners at second and third. Here's Michael DeLeon. Young shortstop prospect who is a defensive whiz. A lot of room to develop at the dish.
And a chance at redemption too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances.
Batting from the left side against the right-handed pitcher.
Ah, you fucking bastard, Keone Kela. And Bannister.
He takes it to the bag himself, throws home, but sliding it safely is Gallo. So they get an out. It's an RBI ground out for De Leon, and the Rangers now lead 9-0.
Jesus, Rangers. There you go, Manny. Replace your best starter in the entire game pitcher when I'm totally good to go. But that's something he would do. I totally see that actually happening.
For a big guy, he's a little bit faster than you might think.
Here's Chris Jimenez. Over 2 with a strikeout in the ground out. First pitch he sees is low for a ball. This ground out, he hit it well. And he forced Alex Blandino, the third baseman, to make a tough play, ranging toward the line. He ended up throwing the ball from foul territory, but Jimenez is not a very good runner. And it was an outcome reported by about a step. The 1-0 is up and in, and Jimmy Limbo's out the one. It counts 2-0. How would you describe the pattern of the grass in the outfield, Tag?
How would you what?
Is that Argyle?
Yeah, I'd call it symmetrical.
2-0 is roped down the left field line to base hit. That one rolls to the corner for extra bases. Hoying scores from third, and Jimenez circles his way to second. And it's an RBI double, and the Rangers have scored 10 runs today. And they have reached double figures in the run department for the 3rd time here this spring, in the 2nd game consecutively.
Because they're fucking dope, that's why. Excuse my language.
The game hitting close to 400 with led in scoring position. Feels like they're doing about the same thing today. They haven't had it. I hear you had a nice conversation with John Blake about sacrifice flies yesterday. I don't believe we've had one yet today, have we?
No, I don't think so.
Leading team.
Yeah, they're going for it, as John Blake dubbed it, the Big Sack Trophy. He said it, not me. I'm just repeating. But Rangers now have 9 sacrifice flies in spring. They had 4 yesterday. And situational hitting was a strength of theirs last year. They were tied for 3rd in the majors in sacrifice flies.
There's so many times during a championship season where it's a close game, late in the game, you've got a man on third base with less than 2 outs, and all you want is a fly ball to the outfield to bring that run in. So to accomplish that in spring training, obviously you have to have the opportunity. Some of it may be good fortune, but at the same time, I think if you talk to Jeff Bannister, he'd say he likes the approach that the hitters have to accomplish that. Hey, big difference during the season. 2 or 3 times, one run means difference in the
Counts 1 and 2. Fastball thrown by.
Yeah, he just looked like he was really in control out there. And you know, sometimes
2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. The Rangers on top 10-0 with a spring high 17 hits today.
First pitcher coming up next. Stay tuned for that.
Compton, standing kicks. Brinson tags that one to right center field a bit.
Jesus Christ.
Comes home to score. Cut off in the alley by Duran, and he keeps Brinson to a single, but it's an RBI base hit for Lewis Brinson. Not only do the Rangers have a season high in hits, or a spring high in hits with 18, but they also have spring high in runs with 11. That's going to bring out their pitching coach. We'll have a conversation on the hill with Cotham and his battery mate, Joe Hudson.
You know, when you look at, it's easy to make comments, and we're all guilty of it, when everything's going as well as it is right now. The
9 no decisions.
Easily. Bad is just the opposite. same time, when you look at the players that we've been talking about today, Jeff Bannister, 2000, about the future of the team. If you're Jason Wood, the manager of the AAA team, you got to be licking your chops. Not many AAA managers will get a chance to manage this kind of a team, where the predominant, the group of players that you look at out there, predominantly are prospects. They're young, early 20s prospects.
I got pulled.
Generally, AAA, that is not the case.
Cornell hits one hard to right, but it hangs up there for Durant.
Line drives to last a week in this game.
You're telling me. Well, that's probably it for the Rangers bats today. They have put on quite the show for the fans. 11-0 the score. They lead. You go to the bottom of the ninth. Steve Johnson.
Hi. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left. So the count holds it 2-2. Now a cork ball.
Oh my God, hold on.
Ready now, the pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
And Pedroia looks this one in for out number 1. Eric Hosmer will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. There's a forkball in for strike 1. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Here's the ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Shin-Soo Choo there to play it, and that's out number 2. Salvador Perez will get his first cuts here with 2 gone now and a runner at first. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. From the stretch. Fouled straight back. He's set, now the pitch. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Royals leave 1. We've played an inning. No score. Lorenzo Cain will get his first opportunity now. 14 home runs to his credit so far this year. Now a little dribbler up the line to first. This is foul for the first strike. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Under it is Choo as he takes it in for the first out. Oliver Blanco
Issued at no walks. He faces Juan Durant to begin the frame. Along with Tom Green and Jared Sandler, thanking you for joining us so far this afternoon. It's been a dominant performance by the Rangers, really. Well, I guess you could say the second inning on when they started the scoring. First pitch to Durant is a breaking ball that snaps in there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch is jammed the other way, but over the head of the 6'7" Guzman into right field. It rolls towards Cordell, who fields it.
This is Rangers versus Cincinnati, by the way, that I'm listening to.
The Reds' 5th hit of the game. We'll bring up Alex Blandino. Johnson, 6'1", right-handed thrower from Baltimore, Maryland. He's 28 years of age. He made the major leagues as a Baltimore Oriole. Injuries have slowed down his progress. He pitched last year after missing about 2 years. The 0-1 pitch, and it's low and away to Blandino. Johnson had the pleasure of pitching for his hometown team. Baltimore-born pitcher. He played with the Orioles, though he was drafted by the Dodgers. 1-1. Swing the ball jammed back to the net. He's the son of former major leaguer Dave Johnson. What do you remember about good old Dave Johnson, Pat?
Talking about Davey Johnson, the infielder?
Rangers beating Cincinnati 11-0, by the way.
I don't remember a lot about him, to be honest with you.
number
I'm
one.
trying to think when his career came. I think it came after my career.
2-2 the count to Alex Blandino. And Steve Johnson's pitch is high and tight. The count is full. All right, so we got Dave Johnson. Let's see here. He is one of two Dave Johnsons who pitched. I'm not quite sure which one this is. As the 3-2 is fouled back. I'm going to wager a guess that.
How old are they both?
Well, they're both old enough to be Steve's father.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I mean, in varying degrees, but this is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to use this deductive reasoning. One played for Baltimore, the other didn't. Steve's born in Baltimore.
I'm going with that one. Yeah,
We'll
I'll go with
assume.
that one.
And Mr. Johnson, if you're listening, feel free to let us know if we're wrong. You can tweet me at Samuel Clear. Tag is not on Twitter, is that correct? 3-2?
That's
Start
correct.
big ball to the knees. So this Dave Johnson played from 87 to 93. Did not play each year. Played 87, 89, 90, 91, and 93. He was a pitcher who spent time as a starter and reliever. We're learning about Steve Johnson's dad, if you're just tuning in. And then a career ERA 5.11. Won 13 games in 1990 with Baltimore. 13-9 with a 4.10 ERA. A respectable career for
Very
Steve's
respectable.
father.
I should remember that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things I don't remember.
No.
Some of them don't have anything to do with baseball.
He's sitting around a golf.
I do. It was actually a good one.
What'd you shoot?
Well, I needed a par 18 to shoot 78. And usually when you say to yourself, I need the par to shoot 78, all I need is a bogey to break 80. What do?
You double.
You hit the ball in the water on the tee shot, and throw a bogey and shoot 80.
Now you shot in the 70s before?
I have. And, you know, for good golfers that are listening, they're saying big deal, but for me it is a big deal. It doesn't happen very often.
1 out, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the ninth. The pitch is swung on and hit in the air to right. That's got some carry to it. Cordell on the track looks up and it's off the wall. It ricochets off of his body. He picks it up on the dirt. Duran races to third and up to second with a double is Blandino. So there are 2 on with 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. And you said earlier that you're a little disappointed you haven't progressed as much as you'd like on the course. So what did you, I mean, for someone who has shot in the 70s before, I'm sure there are plenty of people listening, and there are millions listening. I'm sure there are plenty who are listening who are like, man, I'd love to just break 90.
I just think for the effort that I put into it, I haven't seen the results that I want. Now, I finally smartened up in the last year, and I'm getting serious about taking lessons, and it's kind of my last shot. Before I kind of pound balls.
Seriously? You're talking about golf right now?
No meaning whatsoever.
His first pitch there is hit on a line down the right side. A fair ball as it caroms against the sidewall.
What? You jinx me, motherfucking radio talker guys.
On the first pitch from Steve Johnson, it's an offensive field extra base.
Is that guy's name Steve or Johnson? That'd be hilarious. Look at his speed, 99. Alright,
So
just throw nothing but cutters.
To gain what I consider to be respectability are the lessons that I'm taking. And I'm seeing some results. I'm still,
yeah, I
never given up.
threw that
I
in the
never
wrong
felt
spot.
discouraged, felt frustrated a little bit. But that, you know, it doesn't matter what kind of golfer you are, whether you shoot 100, 90, 70, or 60. The feelings are the same. And all you have to do is watch TV. Watch Stephen Bowditch. Stephen Bowditch is 1-2
Seriously? Alright. Rangers win. I'm about to change it to something else.
He is the 7th pitcher in this ballgame. We're in the 7th inning.
LA versus Dodgers.
Count 1-0.
I mean, Dodgers
6'4",
versus
215 pounder.
LA's 12. Angels are 8.
By the Philly.
And if this fucking thing would stop buffering.
There's the pitch, and one is outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Earlier, Angels were smashing.
Dodgers are up by 4 runs in this game, by far their biggest lead. They had not led by more than a run coming into this inning. Now there's a pitch that's cut on and missed. Rico Noel batting. And I think Billy Epler, the Angels GM, knows about Rico Noel. He was in the Yankee and did see some action for New York. Talked about how fast this young man is, and the pitch that's fouled off on the right side. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ready inside, he okays the side, and here comes the next delivery. This is chopped on the right side. It's handled by Johnson to flip to second just in time. Angels get out. A base runner going first and second. Culberson on the fielder's choice. So that's the second out of the inning.
Risky play there by Sherman Johnson, who wanted to phase off one. It was a long throw this time of inning. Does a good job trusting that he could get it there. Got the job done.
So runner on at first.
What?
Well, when he came in a pinch run, stole second. He's going to draw a throw. Great post play. Gets back to the bag safely.
Zine has appeared in 48 Major League games for the Houston Astros.
Oh, it went down the middle somehow, even though I put it on the fucking outside. God damn it, I hate that.
Zine stepping off the rubber. He was paying close attention to Noel and ends up bluffing him back to the bag over there. That is on the inside part of the plate. That's a called strike.
Let me guess, that worked its way back towards the middle too.
Career Angels, 48 innings, 5.25.
Nope. We just got a good beat on it. Alright, nice.
Here's the next pitch, and looking that pop-up foul, it's going to land right in the Dodgers dugout. Quite a bat shatter there by Jack Murphy, the batter, so he's going to have to come back and get some new lumber.
Good job by Zine getting right. Angels knuckles.
Jack Murphy.
Top of the 7th, 0-2, 2 outs. Los Angeles, LA Dodgers batting.
And the stash.
They're at 12. Angels of Anaheim are at 8, pitching right now. I guess they fell apart in some inning. The guy who's batting looks like a... What in the hell are you? What are you? Straight out of the 80s with like this grizzly friggin' mustache and long splintered brown hair.
Oh
no. Let's see if I fuck this up. Nope. Nice. Who's that?
We talked about him when he came in the pinch run last inning. He stole second. And an inning later, he steals second again. He can fly.
He can really shorten that distance when he takes off. All in the first.
That motherfucker was gone.
He puts that front shoulder down and it's all downward from there.
183 stolen bases for him in the minors. He's had 5 in the big leagues. And all those came last year with the Yankees.
I don't even like this pitching style. I need to switch to Madison Bumgarner after this. It's my favorite. So easy to control, at least for my pitching style or the pitches that I have. Look at that. Nobody below 3. Except the Rangers, bro.
Here's the pitch.
Kill him.
And that's ball 4. So this has been a long inning, and the 9th batter of the inning will be stepping up. That walk looks like just the second one given up by Angels pitching today, and the only other walk came way back in the top of the first. It doesn't appear like
Yeah, I threw that away because I don't think I put it in the right spot.
A lot of notes being taken. A lot of arms being used. Brandon Hicks will be the batter. This is his first time up.
You can expect that minor league list to be a little bit longer here in the next couple of days. And guys will need to come in and fill in backups.
First pitch on Hicks, that was in there.
Seemed like a long time ago when Casimir and Weaver were on the mound already.
Yes, it did. Was that today or was that yesterday?
Yeah, Casimir Weaver. I was watching that. Holy hell.
And there's a
while ago.
Straight 2. No balls and 2 strikes.
And for both Weaver and Casimir, they will likely forget this. I'm like, yeah, like it was yesterday.
I guess. They both pitched like shit. The knuckle gets me 2 strikeouts. What? My 5th
2
pitch?
outs, 2 on. They've scored 4 in the inning. Dodgers up 12-8 here in the 7th, and that is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Angels will have some players batting for the first time in the ball game. We get to the bottom of the 7th inning. Zide's next delivery. And that is right in there. Struck him out looking. And that's how the inning will end. So that's it for the Dodgers, but they do come up with 4.
Wow.
And they had 5 singles in the inning. They have a 12 lead on the Angels as we get ready for the bottom of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time coming up on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West.
See what you can do with this. Okay. That was weird. You're not gonna hit this. Okay, you might hit it, but you're not gonna get a hit on it. Or this. Because it's not even, you know, like, it's impossible to hit. That's why you're not gonna get hit on it. Strike you out. Except I went full retard. Oh no, 3-2. I wasn't paying attention. 75. Damn, I'm really not paying attention. Yeah, let's just end this. Just end it. You know, I've been shooting for the 15 strikeout trophy for a while. One day I actually got 15 strikeouts, and then I don't know what happened. It didn't get it to me. I don't know.
Tom Cunningham will lead it off for the Angels as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Mike Bolsinger in for his 3rd inning of relief in this ball game.
Zach Cunningham, 0-2,
Trace
bottom of the
Thompson
7th.
has moved from right field
Angels
over to
batting.
center field. And they also have a new right fielder. check out who's playing in right field for them. Here's the pitch. That's a little pop into shallow left. That's going to drop in for a base hit.
Fucking blue.
And his first time up. The new right fielder for the Dodgers is Alex Hassan. And the next batter up for the Angels, batting for the first time in the ball game, will be
fail.
Nick Buss.
I'll give you another one. Fuck it.
And he drops down one on the third base side. Tough play, and Hicks unable to make the play as he went charging in. He tried to barehand that ball. So the Angels have something brewing here. A couple runners on base.
Third away.
Start the inning off against.
It's alright. Start again.
Not allowed, and he hits in his first 2 innings today.
Well, the way both offenses have been going today, all they need is to think about some base runners. And somebody that can pop a gapper or maybe get down the ballpark like it did Bandy. Good job by the table setters, Cunningham and Buss, getting things started here.
This is Bandy's first at bat. Cunningham, who's the lead runner at second, led the inning off with the base hit. He's back in action after being sidelined with a little bit of a wrist problem, a jammed wrist. Kept him sidelined for a few days. First one on Bandy, strike. And the next pitch. That's low. Bandy so far this spring doing a nice job. Limited at bats, 3 for 8. We'll check out the Jeep Out of Town scoreboard for you here on this Wednesday. In just a moment, brought to you by the Jeep Cherokee. An estimated 31 miles per gallon highway. It's the perfect choice. Visit Jeep.com for more information.
We're on producer Bandy. Here's a chance.
Checks on that one, a little bit low. 2-1 to count. Royal splits.
No fucking shit, dude. That slurve is unpredictable. I swear. The knuckler is more predictable than that slurve to throw. Seriously. It's unbelievable. It really is.
On the right side out of play. And let's pause for stations to identify themselves here on the Angels.
Boom, there's the slurve again. That time it went right where I put it. You see? Shit. So ridiculous.
Terry Smith, Jose Mullen, our producer engineer Darren Chan with you here from Tempe, where the Dodgers lead the Angels 12-8. We're the bottom of the 7th. Bandy
gotta drop the slurve or do something to it. I just don't get it.
That pitch was rising up and in on him. And the Angels now have the bases loaded with nobody out.
Holy shit, really?
Roberto Baldacchini will bat. This is his first time up. Baldacchini hitting out of Giovatello's number 9 spot. Johnny was over 3 today.
The Baldacchini that we have seen as he's filled out, he's become way more aggressive. We see the ball jumping off nicely off his bat during batting practice.
2 for 7 so far this spring. Goes after the first pitch and pops one in the air. The new right fielder Alex Hassan will make the catch. Standing is the runner at third. That's Cunningham. He will score. It'll be a sac fly.
He barely scored. Really?
Going to third base will be Nick Buss. So the Angels get a run. And now it's a 12-9 Dodgers lead with runners at the corners. Only 1 out.
That aggressiveness paying off here for Baldacchini. He gets a pitch up elevated. Throw the stay behind it, get some backspin and get it to the right side for the sac fly RBI.
Here's Ortega set to bat. He's been up once with a strikeout. Rest of the scores in the Cactus.
Get it, Elvis.
Indians with a
oh my fucking cock. You're really gonna take me out? You
Carlos Gonzalez's second home run this spring for
swear to God, dude.
The A's had 17 hits against the White Sox. That game is still going on. And Oakland leads that game 10-3 in the 8th. Texas Rangers scoring runs today against the Reds.
Oh, of course he'd give it. Of course he'd give it up, because that's what Bannister does. He replaces good pitchers with people who are going to lose the game. This is what he's known for. He may have been the fucking manager of the year last year, but if he would have sat on his hands, we would have gotten further. What the fuck, man?
Line drive left field, single. Bus with a nice bunt. He's playing out where baseball. Did Mandy get hit by the pitch, and there's the end with 2 quick runs. Both unproductive outs.
Like, guys on first. You're kidding me. Easily get a double play. Yeah, you gotta go, bro. You gave up 1 fucking hit here in this inning.
Desmond and Stubbs, Texas with 18 hits in that game.
Like a dumb fucking mobster or something.
The D-backs have a 7-4 lead against the Padres. They're in the 8th.
Needless to say, too, with the scores you're getting, there's been a lot of hitting, so the bats are catching up right now.
High scoring ball games across the Cactus League today. Exception, it's 12-10 Dodgers here in the 7th. Next one on Choi. Takes that one for a ball.
Whatever, I'll keep going.
Has power and speed.
Ridiculous, but whatever.